Good morning, friends. Welcome to Alaska. Another beautiful sunny day here. It's getting a little chilly in the morning. We are definitely in fall. Definitely fall here. As for today, I'm running out to the shop. We are going to do a little Bronco work today. We got it back from the body shop some time ago, and we started putting stuff together. And of course, everything I try to put together, there's like, oh, this is not right, that's not right, we're missing this, or we're missing that, or this doesn't fit. But you know, it's one of those things. Just pick your battles. So I'll show you when we get there. But today's battle is the new wire harness we're putting in is supposed to fit Bronco, but first thing I did is I shove it through the firewall, and the grommet doesn't fit through the firewall. So I mean, it's the right size, but I'll show you and explain more when we get there. So that's the number one goal today, is to get that issue worked out. And then we started mounted our vintage air conditioning, and of course, since it was at the body shop, I don't know where the bolts are because they didn't send the bolts back. So we're gonna go out later today. We're gonna go find some bolts for that so we can bolt that up. And what else are we gonna do today? I would like to actually get to the point where I can route the hoses for the vintage air, because I know we're gonna have to get some custom hoses made. And if I can get them routed to the point where the custom part needs to come in, then I can send those down to a place we have here in town. It's called Alaska Rubber, and they can make hoses for us. I just have to know what ends I need, how long I need, what orientation, everything. Once I got all that information, they can make them for us. That's kind of my goals today. Like I said, keep plugging away. I want to get the dashboard on. I'm trying to get everything behind the dashboard set in place before I actually put the dashboard on. Oh, another thing we came across. So we have a new instrument cluster from Dakota Digital that is supposed to fit right into the Bronco. Well, none of the holes line up. So I don't know if there's an extra adapter that fits in there, or some kind of weird bezel that fits in there. I'm not sure on that one. I'm still looking into that one. So things that are supposed to fit aren't fitting. How fitting. Alright, friends. So here's where our wire harness dilemma lies. It's this grommet here. Get a close up. Hopefully you can see that. It fits through the hole, but then that doesn't go any further. Let me draw it on a piece of paper and show you what's going on. Firewall's like this. It's pressed, stamped steel, and the grommet is supposed to have these notches in it that fit in there, but the notches are real skinny, like this. Well, that's a terrible drawing. It should be this way. There, that's the grommet. And so what's happening is this lip isn't getting far enough over to lock over the edge of this. So what we're going to do today, pull this wiring back out, and we'll shave this, get a disc grinder, and we'll shave this lip down so it'll lock in. And once we shave that down all the way around, that grommet should just lock right in place. That's what we're going to do to fix that. The other thing was this here instrument cluster is supposed to fit on here, but I don't know if there's something else. I mean, these holes don't line up. Nothing lines up. So I don't know if there's something else that fits in there with it in between the two. I'm not sure what's going on there. Or if we just have to make our own holes. I'm going to do a little research on that, figure out where we're doing that before I start chopping things up. And then the other thing I forgot to talk about that we ran into as I was going through the instructions on this new drag link and tie rod here. So we need a 3/4 inch drill bit to drill through the spindles to mount this, because it's a heavy duty unit and it takes much larger bolts instead of a tapered bolt. And so we have to run into town and find a 3/4 inch drill bit today, just so we can do that. So we'll work on that later today. And here's the grommet on the other side. It's got the exact same problem. You see it's just not in all the way. And that's pulled as tight as I can get it. And if I just push on it, it just pops out of the hole. So, yeah. So that's our dilemma for today. See if we can get her figured out. All right, friends. Well, one mystery solved. And all you Bronco guys out there and be like, oh, I knew that. But you must remember, this project came to me in boxes. So I didn't take any of the stuff apart. And I'm not a Bronco guy. So, but what I found upstairs is the original cluster. And it has this nice bezel adapter around it. And these holes right here that bolt the cluster to the bezel, they match perfectly with our brand new cluster. So I have to now take this apart. I'm missing a J-clip. I gotta go find one of those. Take this apart, and we gotta get this bezel painted so that we can mount it in the dash. Wish I'd have known that before. Lesson learned. So now we gotta, we'll do that. We'll get this prepped today and send it down to get painted. And then we'll put that together at a later date. All right, friends. We're gonna try this. We got our area taped off here. We don't want to. The firewall's been painted. We don't want to scratch the paint. And we're gonna try just a little sanding disc. See if we can just knock that edge down a little bit. And we'll see if we can make this grommet fit. So now it almost fits perfectly. It's good on this side, but on this inside here, it still wants to press back. And the issue there, I'm noticing, is on the inside, there's a lot of replacement panels here and custom made panels here. This one, this one's gonna be hard to see, but there's a panel on the inside here. Basically, there's an extra layer of sheet metal from here to here, and it's just not cut back quite enough. So I'll have to get in here with a deburring tool and just start working that back. All right, friends. I was off camera for a while, but it took some doing. But there it is. It's finally in there. It's finally stuck, solid. Took a little deburn on the inside. Then reshaping the hole a little bit. Passenger side's done too. So it's been I can't tell you how many times I ran the wiring loop back and forth through this firewall. But it's done. All right. Oh, what else did we get accomplished? Let's see. I ran to the hardware store and I picked up a couple screws, so I finally got this guy mounted right here. So our vintage there is finally solid. I got the little J-clips here for mounting our new cluster. Doesn't do me to do good yet. I still gotta get it down and get it painted. But we found them, so that's good. What else did we got accomplished? We'll do a little more work, give you an update here in a moment. Friends, we're gonna call it a day. As a bonus today, we got a master cylinder installed. All the brake lines are now installed. But now, never installed one of these sideways boosters before and whatnot. But now, I'm having this bell crank here pops up and clicks when you push on the brake pedal. Now, when I go, you can hear it. If you see it. So every time I push on that, it pops up and clicks. So we may end up taking it back off and shoving that up in there so there's no play up and down. Because right now I can move it 1/8 inch. So yeah, we may have to take it back off, fine tune that again there a little, probably next week. We've run out of time this week. Unfortunately, I must go to work tomorrow. So, alright, till next week. You guys have a wonderful week. We're gonna call it a day.